What's going on, guys? I'm Weston Mack, and welcome back to One More Minute, the show where each day I get 1 more minute to talk about whatever I want. And in today's video, we're going to be doing this a little differently. Obviously, you see a little bit of a different background, but something just feels a little off, you could say. I'm not sure, but we'll get more into that because today's topic is actually not related to anything that you're going to see on the visual today. It's actually about my history with my growing skill in gaming is the best way I could probably put it. So I will be going from one of my first games that I ever got into that really started my development in gaming all the way to now where I play esports in my college team. So let's jump into this. But before we do that, please subscribe, like, comment, all that sort of stuff. And you want to see any more other topics, leave them down in the comment section below and I'll read them. So starting from the very, very beginning with my Xbox 360, I've been playing games for I don't know how long, forever basically. And I really didn't fully get into playing them better or worse until I got these three games, or at least I got into these three games. So first of all, Black Ops 2, Halo Reach, and Minecraft. Now, I was already into Minecraft for a while, but we'll get back to that in a second. But Black Ops 2 and Reach were the first ever shooters I've ever played with in my life, excluding the King Kong tie-in movie gang. Technically, that had guns in it, I believe. And so technically, I think it designates itself as a shooter, but I don't count that as my first ever shooter, so we'll go past that. But Black Ops 2, I would say, really introduced me to looking towards progression in a game that wasn't building blocks, like progressing camos, prestige tiers, stuff like that. And then Halo introduced me to the customization and socialization of shooters and really kind of changed the game for me because my only social activity was going into random friends of friends Minecraft lobbies that I had friended somebody who had then been friends with somebody else. Because back in the day when it came to Xbox 360 Minecraft, it was so different because you could theoretically friend somebody, they would friend you back, and everybody kind of friended each other. And at that point, that would then create basically an array of other people you could join at any time, even if you didn't know these people. Technically, they were friends of your friend, and everybody was playing Minecraft at the time as kids. So there was just tons of people you could go and talk to and mess around with and play Minecraft with at any given time just by friending one person. And that then led me to friending people that I still know to this day, which is kind of crazy to think about. But really, those main three aspects of progression and getting better and doing specific things to unlock skins, Call of Duty or Raps, or what is it? I can't even think. Halo really introduced me to the customization and socialization of shooters, and then Minecraft, putting myself out there with strangers, but also being able to grow and progress as a builder and as a creator. Those three paths would then later lead me up to where I am right now. The next game after that I remember playing a ton was Battlefield 3. Oh my gosh, absolute peak. I loved it to death. And really Battlefield, come on. Really Battlefield was the game that got me into 4-player socialization co-op and being able to, this is so weird, being able to rely on teammates and sticking to a role and progressing as that role. I think I was normally like a medic or also I played a lot of sniper too, which is a lot of fun, or recon I mean, but I love medic to death because you could defibrillate people, like just blow them up basically. But when it came to Battlefield, that would later lead me to join Battlefield 4 during the Xbox One era. Now, Xbox One, the beginning of Xbox One was so weird because you had, in my opinion, some of the weirdest times for Xbox where you had things like the Master Chief Collection coming out and being a complete failure. You still had like Halo 4 and Halo Reach on the Xbox 360, which you'd go play. But then you also had Battlefield 4 in the Xbox One, which was super good and was like really, really well made. Then you had the Minecraft Xbox One edition, which at that point, Minecraft for me changed from just, okay, joining people's worlds to basically being the person that everybody joined their world, my world. And that was the Kingdom World. The Kingdom World is a literal lore video waiting to happen. I cannot wait to talk about that in more bigger detail because I'm trying to collect evidence and like notes and other fabrications of like different stories that happened over the course of that world. And it still does exist. I want to go back and physically go look at it. But yeah, the kingdom world was something that I created in Minecraft where basically everybody had their own kingdoms and their own rules and laws, and there'd be wars and trading and different lore and stuff like that. And I'd be in creative, basically overseeing everything while everybody else was normally in survival. And during that time, there was no realms or servers for Minecraft Xbox One Edition. Bedrock hadn't come out yet. So you basically had to leave your Xbox on 24/7 for people to get on and play. And I would create backups and previous saves and stuff like that, so there wouldn't be any issues. And I even had like unofficial, official moderators on a Minecraft Xbox One server. And so that almost all the people that I played during then, I still know and play with now. And the Xbox One came out about a decade ago, I want to say. I'm not sure. But I think it's around that time. So I've known these people for a ridiculous amount of time. So going into this with Halo, and then eventually Black Ops 3 would come out on the Xbox, which that would be really my first push into getting really better at a game. Black Ops 3, I became very good at because I was camo. I was going through so many different trees of camos and figuring out stuff. I'm like, man, if I just do this and get better and better and better, that's when I definitely felt my skill improve, both in Black Ops 3. Yes, Black Ops 3, Jason. We're in Black Ops 6 right now. Black Ops 3 and then Battlefield 4, I got really good at as well. And then my first ever competitive push and competitive foray would eventually come across with Fortnite. Yes, I played Fortnite relatively competitively. And to the point where during, I think, Season 8, Season 7, and Season X, I was, I believe, the top rank in all those seasons. Now, was I really good at building and fighting? Not really. I was really good at surviving and using the tools that were normally frowned upon about the competitive community. For instance, in Season 8, there was a remnant of seasons. Was it Season 8 or Season 9? I can't remember. I think it might have been Season 9, actually. Anyways, but during that time, there was this thing called the Baller. Now, it has since come back into Fortnite, completely nerfed into oblivion. But prior to the nerf, the whole thing with the Baller is it's literally like the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World spheres, and it has like a little grappler, and you can grapple onto anything in the game and then swing yourself around and pull yourself and push yourself. And I was really good at that momentum mechanic. And so whenever you'd pull yourself, you didn't necessarily have to let go. You could hang there indefinitely. So what me and my friend would do, or me and on my own I would do, is we would literally go, and during these huge, big build fights and figuring out where the circle was going, we'd hang off the side of the map like this and literally just grapple on and just hang there. And we'd probably get into like the top final bit, and then we'd shoot a couple of people to make sure that we weren't taking storm damage and stuff like that. But we'd normally make it in the final group, and then we'd end up getting a lot of points, progressing us in the ranked tiers. And I think my urge for more competitive games came on from that, because at that point I went on to play a little bit of Rocket League and go through those ranks. I played a little bit of Call of Duty competitive stuff, ranked stuff as well, hardcore. Eventually started playing hardcore Battlefield 4, and then got into playing way more Halo Master Chief Collection now that it was actually complete and was a buggy mess. And so it wouldn't be... So it was Fortnite for a very long time. Fortnite was my big game for a while, I'm not going to lie. That and Minecraft. And I never really got into competitive Minecraft stuff because I always played a lot of Xbox to Bedrock Edition and wouldn't fully envelop myself into playing a ton of Java until I get my PC, really. I would play a decent amount on like our Mac or whatever, but really I wouldn't like get into it 24/7 with Windows 10 Edition until I get my own PC. So that would then lead me to being a little stagnant in the competitive stuff, just playing every once in a while. Eventually, I found Overwatch. Now, I joked with my friend, Colby, who was a part of the competitive team here at Sam Houston, the console competitive team. And I believe he played DPS. And I joked about him for a while, like, that'd be funny if I were to play Overwatch and over the summer become super good and then join the Overwatch team. I accidentally did that. I played the heck out of the game. Now, I wasn't a complete noob at the game. I did play a decent amount prior to Overwatch 2 coming out. During Overwatch 1, I'd log in randomly and I was like, oh, that's a cool skin. And there was like the free weekend to like get a skin or whatever, and I would play during then. And then every once in a while I'd play to just kind of get better. But I always loved playing Brigitte all the time. And so jumping into Overwatch 2, I was like, it'd be funny. Because I was very successful with Brigitte. What if I just didn't play any other character? What if I just completely dedicated myself and figured out if I can just master this one character, the sky's the limit. And so then I did that. And for multiple seasons, I got better and better, eventually outranking Colby as well, my friend. And so, yeah, that little joke turned into me basically playing competitive Overwatch. This last semester, I saw that there was tryouts for the Overwatch console competitive team. And I was like, I might as well. I mean, what's to hurt? I mean, I wasn't expecting to really get in. I mean, I played pretty good. The last few seasons prior to that, I was Masters or top 500. And I was like, okay, I'm good at the game. There's no way I'm just going to get randomly kicked out of this thing. And I ended up not trying out for the console team because I was a little too impatient. So then I was like, hey, I know I signed up for the console team. Could I try out for the PC team? And they're like, yeah, sure, as long as you had a PC. So I had my PC. And keep in mind also, I do something, I think forbidden is the best way to put it. I use a controller on PC for the majority of my games, including Overwatch, a hero shooter game. Only thing, the one excuse I have is Brigitte doesn't have a gun. So I'm not playing a shooter, I'm playing a mace swinging simulation game with a big old shield bash. So using a controller isn't that big of a disadvantage for me, personally speaking. You kind of have to like guide it with your head to make sure it doesn't lose you. It's not that big of a disadvantage for me, personally speaking, but I will say I've had to increase my sensitivity to get faster and faster, so that's a whole other thing. But I eventually did make the PC team. I made the basically JV team, and we played really, really well. And yeah, that's generally going from my original days of playing Halo Reach and Black Ops 2 and Minecraft for fun, all the way to going from now where I use Minecraft as a way to display my own kind of creativity and art. I use Call of Duty to make fun of people who are still playing Call of Duty right now. Call of Duty's really been replaced with Fortnite, if I'm being honest, and Overwatch has kind of replaced Halo in my eyes for me. I still love Halo Infinite. I ended up actually making it all the way to the top rank in Halo Infinite once, and then I gave up because I was like, I don't feel like playing Halo Infinite anymore. But yeah, that's what I got into. During my Fortnite stuff, in between Fortnite and Overwatch, I played a bunch of Halo Infinite and got really good at that for a while. But yeah, I think that's about everything. Right now, I just got recruited back on to play on the Overwatch PC team, except now it's just the main varsity team, so I'm super excited for that. Yes, I am one-tricking Brigitte, and yes, they're actually very fine with it. My other support, who's higher ranked than me, actually knows all the other supports, and he's like, it's fine. You're like a really, really good Brigitte player. It doesn't matter. As long as the other person can kind of make up for the mistakes of Brigitte being a Brigitte, it's no problem. And so, yeah, Brigitte is one of those few characters, and playing Overwatch is one of those few chances where I've changed how I normally see everything. Before, I would always try to look for becoming the jack of all trades and mastering multiple things and being able to take those multiple things and apply them to each other to make them better. When it comes to Overwatch, I do the exact opposite. Mastering one single character, therefore there is nothing that can outweigh the negatives or benefits when it comes to the character. I can just completely master the character and be able to just destroy as Brigitte. Yeah, I'll touch a little bit on the Halo thing. So yeah, I got into Halo Infinite, and I did like the game a lot. There's so many mistakes with Halo Infinite, geez Louise. I think there's been multiple videos that I've made where I'm like, Halo Infinite, I love it, but also I have a very love-hate relationship with the game and how they've treated the series. And so when the game first released, there was a ranking system, there still is, where you could go from like bronze all the way to like obsidian, I think, or something blackish purple. I remember it looking blackish purple. And I made it all the way up to there. And I think I was like top like 2,500 or something on Halo Infinite at one point, which is cool and all, but like, I don't know, like saying you're like Masters or GM in like Marvel Rivals or like Overwatch, or saying you're super high rank in Fortnite or League of Legends, games that are more relevant and people understand the skill that's behind it, is a little bit different than saying, yeah, I'm really good at Halo Infinite. Oh yeah, the game that basically killed the entire series. Yeah, I'm really good at that game. So I know we don't mention it at the time. That's why I forgot it here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And if you like this type of movement in the video, I might look to see if I can do more of this. This is so insane. Okay.